Welcome to the Zen Zone. Wanted to take you back with the Skydio 2 to the first Apple Valley Speedway. This was my first ever personal electric vehicle race, and this one actually had a grudge match at the end where it went EUC winner versus the scooter winner versus the S-Skate winner, and that was really cool to see. And I actually would like to see that did not happen in the Apple Valley Speedway 2. We would have got to see Chooch versus, I think, Redbeard versus, I'm not sure who won the scooter bracket. But there needs to be more scooters competing out there. It was a lot of fun. I've seen a few scooter riders out there, but not really too much competition. There was more EUC riders than scooter riders, which surprised me. I would figure there'd be more scooter riders. But this is Jesse Garnier. He is, well, let's not say who won this race, but we had already done our time trials. I'm not sure what else we did for this race. I don't remember there being heats because there's only 4 of us. I think we must have did some sort of heat. I don't quite remember, but we definitely did the time trial, and that determined our placement. I was second place. Right now, man, this is before Clark pads. This is before spike pedals. This is right after the LA tour. So maybe, 5-6 months ago? Totally different rider now. Both Jesse and myself improved our times dramatically, and our racing abilities have improved much. This was our first opportunity to race. We wanted to really kind of alien rides, and Jesse really wanted to blow up the racing scene, and them showing up to the first one ever was amazing. You know, we actually had some competition, and my ribs were busted. Oh, here we go. Okay, Jesse in the front in the yellow neon clothing. Me following close behind without spike pedals, without Clark pads. Back in the day. Jesse definitely has the lead, and I think he will keep the lead. Austin tries to pass, and I body block him with the arms, not letting him pass there, but he has a quick acceleration. I'm on the outside. He's on the inside. I forced him to the inside. He is trapped on the inside, and he's going way too fast into this turn for being on a Nikola. Me too, but I'm able to recover, get the pass right there. Second place for me. Moving into second place, Austin quickly trying to rectify his mistake, coming hot with a Nikola. He did really well on the Nikola. It's a super powerful machine, but I don't think it's quite enough for this track. Although my buddy, Apple Valley Speedway 2, was rocking the Nikola, and he did much better in terms of time. Extremely fast times on the Nikola, and he was just kind of figuring out. Like, we're all just kind of figuring this out. This is a totally new thing. It's like being on a roller coaster, and this track wasn't very well paved, so the Nikola doesn't have the knobby tire. I was rocking the knobby tire. Jesse has a street tire on. Street tire is a huge advantage. Knobby tire also has its attributes, has more stability, that's for sure. You're going to be less likely to get wobbles, but on a course like this, it actually is pretty good because this wasn't paved so well. But when it was paved well, you definitely want the street tire. It's going to stick more, and you're going to be able to hit those turns tighter. But on the Sherman, that's not necessarily a good thing because you're going to scrape more. The tighter your turns, the more you're going to scrape. And here we go through the finish. This was only 1 lap. I wish, it had been 2 laps. I feel like at minimum, even the time trials should be 2 laps because that's where you're kind of takes at least 2 laps to kind of get synced in. And then for the bigger races in the future, and this is what we're going to do, we need 3 to 5 laps. That way, if you make a mistake, you still have time to come back. If you crash, you go down, and you're able to still get back up and get back on your EUC and finish the race. You still have a chance to. With 2 laps, it's really hard. If you make a mistake, you're pretty much out. 1 mistake and you're done. But nowadays, hopefully in the future, we can change that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We're coming to the end here. Seriously, guys, that's Alien Rides, one of the first PEV racers in the world, and him showing up to this first PEV race is what paved the way. There's some, I think it's a saying, on the shoulder of giants. The Chooch getting first place, in some ways started here. Us getting this footage for the first one and being able to share out this footage with other potential racers and other companies. I shared this footage with Yuko, shared this footage with the E-Wheels, was trying to get them out there to the Apple Valley Speedway too. But it's still a new thing, and it's perhaps risky in their eyes, so I'm not judging them for not going. It was perfect the way it was. I wouldn't want it any other way, but in the future, it would be sweet, if the other companies had their pro teams, sponsored their pro teams, and we had friendly competitions. You can see in this race and in the Apple Valley Speedway too, it was a friendly competition. It was a competition, for sure. Each player wants to win. But it was friendly, and it was a lot about hanging out and the community. It was a great time. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time, stay in the Zen Zone.